Okay, now Kayanthi. I guess I should get some clothes for Kayanthi if we're all doing a shop day. Oh my gosh. Okay, well Kayanthi is gonna be like very like, pinky out, like, what do we have here?
You helped me, so I follow you around.
Please. All right, so Kayanthi still needs to stick with her red color because red's bomb. Wait, no, the outfit she's in right now is less red now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a sunset.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, I forgot her eyes are teal now than what I had before. Anyway, all right then. I don't know what I'm looking for, but that's.
I would like to imagine like our shopping methods are completely opposite. I grab the first thing that bounces out, and you're just like, what about this and this? And I'm just like, what about this? And you're like, no. What about this? No. I think this one looks great. It's like that's even brighter than the last one.
Luna, you could have found them in the market by now.
Yeah, she would have either found them or walked. Would she have known they were going to the Lark's place? She could have ended up walking there to beat them there, but whichever one you think she would have been faster.
I think she could have easily ran into Brackets and he said, I sent them to the market.
Okay, yeah. She'll show up at the market, but she'll be more clothed than the average person around there because, fur and other uncomfortable things.
Something I forgot to mention. So, sorry, I just had a lot of lines. After you wake up, the fur has retracted about a fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can
visibly... surface area or length?
Like surface area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
There you go, okay.
Yeah.
It's retracted, your hands, it's retracted from your hands and from, your face. So you could, basically cover up a lot of it at this point.
Okay.
And the veins are no longer all blackened, or are they still there?
They've receded.
Okay.
Yeah, they've receded. But the where the bite origin is, it's still veiny. And so you get the notion that it's working. You just have to keep doing it.
Okay.
All right, so unless Mckenna wants to do a very special introduction thing, as soon as Kayanthi sees Luna, she's gonna be like, "Ooh, what happened?" All right, so do whatever you want.
Yeah. So while you're, Kayanthi, you're just kind of looking through cloth, and you see corner of your eye, see Luna coming down one of the winding paths of the market.
Ellie's showing Kiara a top, and Kiara's like, "I'm not going to fit that. That will not fit." And
I mean, it stretches, right?
It won't.
I mean, they were
hides much.
But Kiara, they wear tight stuff here.
Yes, I am aware. Yes, I'm aware.
All right, well, how far away is Luna from us?
You just see her 15 feet away, so you can wave her down.
Okay, then.
You can shout,
all right,
wave, dance.
All right, so Kayanthi is gonna look over, and I guess we're gonna see Luna there, and Kayanthi is just gonna be come up to her because she looks way healthier than way before, and she'll probably just drop whatever she's holding onto and walk towards Luna. Luna?
Yeah?
Yes, you're Luna? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And Kayanti's just gonna be like, oh wow, come here.
Oh, okay. She's coming here.
I'm here.
Kayanti's just really excited to show off shinier, happier looking Luna to Kiara and Ellie, and so she's gonna be just waiting for them to figure out whatever outfit they're talking about.
Luna!
I can show my hands now.
I and
I don't have hands. They don't exist.
And the stripes are dying down.
Yeah. All I have to do is talk to a bunch of dead people.
What?
Sorry, I probably
that does work out.
like that.
I could have helped with that in some way, I think.
And Kiara's like, that makes sense.
For some reason, that's not the weirdest thing that we've encountered.
No, but I can't begin to say how how wonderful you look in comparison. This is
Oh, thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah, you look great.
How was it?
Oh, it was interesting. Apparently, there's been a lot of really sad death in my family. But we're supposed to be happy about it.
Many people died, or
Happy that they're dead?
Happy that they lived. And Kiara just look at the both of them like they're insane. Happy that they lived.
Oh.
Well, she's the most perplexed at Kian. She has to explain it to her. She knows his Scorpio's reaction. She's like, happy that they lived.
Yeah.
Oh.
Happy that they have each other.
Yeah.
That makes more
That
sense.
connection and family.
That's where they find hope. It's in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they may take an oath to kindle the light.
what is that?
I'm not sure. I feel like there's a number of things that can mean. So maybe I just need to light a few things on fire and see what happens. But
Maybe you need to
recommend that.
kindle the dead. So maybe, because if
I mean, we already practiced cremation, but
How about whatever's working for you, keep it up because you're looking better for it.
okay, that's a good train of thought. I'd like that.
Oh, so your brother has a parcel for you now.
My brother was
Whoa.
here. I
Yeah,
thought
he's
so happy to see you.
Lionel's like if you stalls down, he's like packing the grocery onto the dogs.
Can I
basically.
scare him?
Yes.
Yeah, make a stealth roll.
Do it.
Okay.
nice.
Can I get guidance on this?
Yeah,
pray
you
for
should.
guidance.
You
I can
should have-
distract him.
I like that you're praying to your god or your family
To play a
to prank your brother. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yes,
like
very-
you kind of like say a little prayer. You're like, all right, what do you want to say in your prayer? Because we'll flavor this.
Help me scare Lionel. It'll be really funny.
And then like you just remember like you feel kind of like this echo of a like oh yeah, and like, you hear like you feel it would be like I mean there are lots of siblings within your family, so yeah, they're like oh yes this is where they have our power.
Ah, yes, the spice.
And so yeah.
14?
Let me see his
What is this passive?
Passive
his passive
Oh, no. Dang it.
Can I distract him to help?
yeah, sure.
Excellent.
Okay.
Roll for distraction.
Oof,
Or deception?
Nope, that didn't help.
Can I roll for deception?
Deception, yeah.
Alright. It's 15 plus 2. It's 17. 17!
Okay.
Forgot math for a minute. I'm like, what do those numbers mean?
Okay, yeah, alright. So collectively, so what happens is Luna starts to sneak up on him, and then Kiara, you see him like about to turn and go and like, and Luna would be in his line of vision. So you leap over there and begin to, what do you do? What do you do?
I nitpick. Are you sure you have that tied on tight enough? It looks a little loose over here on this side.
And it's like, I mean, that's such and such butterfly knot. Like, I mean, it's like, excuse
I never heard of
me?
such a thing. Show it to me. Never heard of it. Show it to me.
It's just like, alright, fine, I'll show you a butterfly knot.
It's a challenge. Never heard of
He's like, he would roll up his sleeves, and he's like, I don't even have sleeves. And he's just like,
it. Pulls up the cuff.
and he's like, take this, and he like, aggressively shows you how to tie a butterfly knot.
He has more flourishes than necessary, and she just looks like, mm-hmm.
You count my ranger skill?
That's a butterfly knot.
It's very impressive. I was wrong. I stand corrected.
He's like, genuinely, he's like, I'm so confused. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I did a good job myself, you know. I know we're here. I was thinking I could do this kind of knot because and he like explains like how if he did this knot versus this knot, it means less knots. And so he's distracted talking about knots, and Luna, you managed to sneak up behind him.
I tickle him.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just kind of like tickle him on the sides.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
and he's just you see him like leap around and go, oh my god, Luna, we talked about this. He's just like,
Not recent enough.
and he's just like, oh my gosh, you can show your hands. You can show your hands again. And
Yeah.
he like turns your face around, and he's just like, wow, maybe I should talk to dead people. I've got you a present. And he pulls out the parcel.
Oh, hey. Thank you. What is it? Can I open it here or do I have to wait?
I think you can open it now.
Okay, I'm gonna open it now then.
So you pull apart the parchment and lift up the paper, and inside you see neatly folded. I don't think we specified what type of cloth it was, but it is a yellow. Is it a tunic type thing?
I think so. Like if it's meant for like adventuring, it'd be
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a yellow
part of
It is a nice yellow tunic.
tunic.
Crop tunic.
Crop tunic.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Ooh.
With a matching pants set. No, kidding.
And I'll like show off my like crop top, and I'm like, see, look,
Steadily
we're matching.
shows the drawing.
But pretend that it's not green, that it was yellow, but.
Aw. I love that color on you, Ellie.
Thanks, it's the only one that shows on me. It's like all my clothes are green.
Your shirt's 3 silver. It's marked off. Yeah.
Aw, thanks, guys. Oh, that'll be so
Yeah.
nice. Man, why didn't I have that when Odo was around?
Well, now you have it.
He's like,
Well, now you have it and he's not here. So it's just as useful. And Kian just like pat Silver and... Where did Kian go? Where's Ellie?
I mean, I think you're still at the clothing stall. It comes with it comes with the tunic and the pants. So you have like your main core outfit then.
Yay!
Honestly, I'm just having trouble visualizing what the outfits around here look like. So I don't know what to pick. You know what I mean? Is it all like tube tops and mini skirts? What's going on?
Let me see if I
Barbarian
can...
chic. Barbarian
Yeah,
chic.
barbarian-
It's like
Barbarian
Yeah, that's what I was like kind of
Google
thinking.
Barbarian
Like,
chic D&D
like,
5e,
kind of like
see what you get.
hides and stuff.
Wait, no, I might actually have a bunch of
Probably would
pictures
be
of
like
reference.
a number of leathers and
Right.
Let me see if I can find like a good reference picture.
I did Google barbarian
But,
chic and they're very busty looking.
I'm gonna
Yes, they got both cheeks out. That's great.
Barbarian chic.
This is the
There you
most,
go, something
this
like
is
that.
the most.
Legs.
sure.
Legs.
Yeah, legs for miles.
Oh
Legs.
gosh, I'd like that.
This is the most important in D&D. Fashion.
Fashions.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Barbarian
Fashion.
Especially when it comes to barbarians. They're the most fashionable.
Here's this awesome magical item. It doesn't go with my outfit though.
Does it go?
I don't need armor.
Green
I'm a
boots with my- I
barbarian.
got
I'll just rage my way through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I feel like
Yeah,
Hansi would pick out like some sort of like vest thing, and maybe it's not like a.
Okay.
She would have abs. You know she'd have abs.
Yeah, should have that.
Yeah, she would.
You
You
know
look, come
she'd
on.
have abs, but she probably would have showed off. So probably like the what she has, she would probably buy like some nice little vest thing with a hood on it. She like wear it over her head. She got a little bit of abs showing off there, but otherwise I feel like she's gonna have like really full pants. You know, kind of like loose, but still like.
Okay, so is it like a vest? So is it like a shirt that's like buttoned with a hood and then there's nothing underneath, or does she have a shirt with a vest over it with the hood?
Sure, and then there's a vest over it.
Okay, so yeah, she can like tie her shirt up and show a little bit of ab, put the vest on,
Yes.
and you'll like fold up your excess. Yeah, you take out like your excess outer robe and fold it up.
Yeah, and then
you can put it
maybe
in your
everyone will
bags.
just stare at how buff Kayanthi is, because you don't usually see her otherwise.
Yeah, like usually she is clothed in her voluminous robes, so like for the first time you really notice that she has like these really defined arms.
Strong.
And just
Yeah, you.
like the training montages and that she does like every morning, or you know,
There you go.
you see the evidence of it.
She's got like master
Yeah,
yogi
keep-
arms.
I remember before the outfit change that Serena was beautifully created. I was thinking of like totally like giving her like short sleeves and like showing off more of the muscles, but it didn't happen. But it's okay. It's
I could do a version where her sleeves are like there's a cincher, so like her arms are like showing and they're buff, but like they're just because they do shorten up the sleeves sometimes.
Yeah, I was like hood, arms, legs, boom, and then that was even before she was.
I'll just make an entire compendium of all of our outfits eventually.
If you want to do that.
Like, come on, we're dungeon table.
Yeah.
You
Got
have
it.
all the outfits.
Yes. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
So she's got like a nice shirt and then like a leather thing with a hood and then kiki pants. That's probably what she.
I think Kiara really liked Neffy's
Yeah.
dress, so I think she'd probably want something closer to that.
Yeah.
Like even if she can't wear everything there, but she'd want something in like an indigo color.
Oh, okay. How late can we go tonight? It's 10.
How much more do you got for us?
I have a couple more scenes. Depending on how much you talk is how long it'll go.
I can be very quiet
yeah.
in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah. I want to be done by 11, but
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
11
I
sounds
think-
fine to me.
11 sounds good.
Okay, so you get your new outfits. You reunite with Luna. Then you
Yeah, I'm observing Keonthe's like new outfit. I'm like, yeah, you look like a normal Vergasite? Vergasian.
resident?
SoMs.
Virkin.
You. I will just say thank you.
A Virgin.
We're not going to argue about the semantics of the popular.
and so we'll say that it's actually we'll say it's County. So like you're a little bit further away, you're purchasing your new outfit, and you notice that everyone in the market is they're noticing something. They're kind of turning and whispering and looking at something. And okay. Sorry, I have to find the right spot.
Dramatic pause.
Okay, you follow the gazes and see a large cart train rolling into town. Like you see it. You gather it's like some kind of merchant train coming in, and you notice that in front of the small band leading the cart is this little bald man and a rather flamboyantly dressed drow male. And you remember inkling at the back of your mind, you're like, I know these people. You remember way back to Toril. And you remember Colm and Liam. We're traveling to Burgess.
Okay, well, Kristen doesn't remember. Please
Oh.
tell me.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, so way back when, this would be like a year ago or more.
Yeah,
but
that's why I don't remember.
essentially, and Kiara wasn't even here. So Luna found Belok's biological dad in Toril.
Oh,
Right, yeah, that's
Liam.
right. Okay.
Yeah, Liam. He has first aid. And he then Luna then talked to him, and you guys kind of made this arrangement that he would go to try to meet Belok under the guise of doing like establishing trade in the Human Kingdoms. And Colm is the son of the matriarch of war,
Oh,
and she's the one that helped you guys.
right.
Yeah.
And Liam is connected to Colm because Liam works for Colm's mom.
Right.
So what you gather is that Liam and Colm managed to get approved to go on their business trip, and they have arrived in town.
Okay, great. And Colm's the one I found that cool cursed sword and that one
Yes.
for Toril, and then I gave it to him to receive.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
He
Cool.
has. Yeah. He
Right,
has the
so
cool cursed
not
sword.
the one I should be worried about meeting. No.
Yeah.
No.
Great.
They're friendly.
Okay.
Well,
these
Colm
are the
told me I could have a
floor
super
and
cool
for
bike,
couch
but I don't think he
and
remembers.
I'm just trying to stop thinking.
But does Luna remember?
She might.
All right then.
Give me your bike.
All right then. Let's.
So,
Okay. So then I would want to approach them.
okay, yeah, you approach them,
Okay, great.
you see, the crowd is kind of whispering, and, you see some hunters in the Hunter's Lodge. There are a number of lodges just throughout town, and, a couple of them come down, and you see them go and talk to Liam, because he's a little far out there, and just some papers exchanged, and, then they, nod and like, oh, okay, they kind of wave you in. The hunters look confused, but they have been
They've seen worse.
appeased. They've been appeased. And so you run up and pull him by the cart. It's I think it would be like it's like this. You recognize it as the cart that you actually used before. And it's pulled by animals, and he comes up and you see, I think it would be Liam who would notice you first, and he's like, "Oh, Kathy, is that you? Hello." And then Colm's like, "Oh my gosh, Kathy, hi!" He has a lot of energy. He's just like, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, Dad. I mean, not Dad. I mean, I don't know what this means anymore." And it's just like comes out, and Colm is a he's Colm's a lot. Okay, he's very fabulous, and he just comes and embraces Kayanthi.
Ooh.
He smells like oranges. He smells nice, and
Kayanthi is totally surprised. She was just gonna be like, "Hello, it's so good to see you." With a nice little bow, and then apparently she goes, "Whoa."
whoosh, and he's like, "I am so glad to see you," and he's just like, "Where have you been? What have you been doing? Where are your friends?" He just bombards you with
Yeah.
questions.
Luna probably sees this and like runs up and hugs Colm and says hi to Liam.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have been
and
fine. We're much better now than we were before. Hello.
It's so good to see you. I'm so glad that you're okay. And he's like, so, and he comes over and he's like, so, we're kind of, he's like, so it turns out that it would actually be better if I came with Liam on this trip, because otherwise they wouldn't have left. So, well, okay, let me start over again. This is the whole story, okay? And so he takes this dramatic bow, and Colm has this, like, glamour to him that you just kind of get used to. Let me think. So it's like, so do you remember Mara, the seamstress?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that poor Mara, after my many years of wooing, she came clean and told me that she likes women. And she's in a long distance relationship with this lady in Gundry. I didn't get a name, but she's like this dwarf who has a lot of money, and so Mara's okay. She got bailed out and is moving to Gundry and is gonna do some stuff there. And so while she was leaving, well, she finally got the courage to tell me that she had no romantic feelings for him whatsoever, despite our wonderful childhood together. And he just kind of like looks away wistfully.
Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry.
Well, I decided that it was time for a new beginning, and so I went to my mom, and I just begged her to let me come on this trip. And so Liam and I packed our bags, and we got all this gear, and we went through the horrible nightmare that was customs, and he was just like, "You don't believe customs." He was like, "We got stopped here, we got stopped there, so much paperwork." He goes on and on about how it's terrible, and everyone can't leave. He's like, definitely good at game, because they wouldn't have ever let Liam come. not with, and like Kiara, if you approach them,
She looked around and suddenly, like, Keontae was like, oh, Keontae's going. Where'd the other two go? And then probably Lather's like, just like, oh, where are they? Hold on. And she just goes to follow them where they're going. And then she sort of just noticed them talking very animatedly with, you said it's one or two drow?
One human, that's Liam, he's the bald guy. And then there's Colm, who is the drow, and he's the high energy guy. High energy.
Yeah, and she's just like, oh, I suppose they know them. So she just sort of vibes in the background.
Is she like? Are you within the? Are you within?
I'm within sight range.
Are you close enough to? Okay, are you close enough to the group that your social distance would mean friendship, or are you far enough where you're like?
Don't pass the COVID.
I'm somewhere within the 6-foot range, but I'm not any closer than 4 feet, just in case it's too close.
Okay, so like you're close to them, and
I hover like somewhere on the other side of one of the girls, probably Ellie.
Okay, yeah. You notice that Liam is he's a human male. He's 40s-ish. His clothing is well made, and he looks like he's in good shape. You do notice that these people are both from the Aha clan, which is a clan in Toril, and you know that by the colors they wear. You also notice that Liam has a slave band, which basically keeps track of them. And judging by Liam, you can assume, like, what he's wearing and how he looks and his age, you can kind of reasonably assume he has possibly like a steward position or some sort of interior management position within
higher status in Drow society.
Yeah, so like he's in in terms of being a slave in Drow society, he's in a pretty good spot.
He's not a regular slave, he's a cool slave.
Cool slave. Privileged
He's
slave.
from someone.
Yeah,
he works for someone who is higher than my station.
Yeah. Colm. He's looking at everyone, and then he stops and like parts the crowd, and he looks at you, and he's like, "My, who's this strong woman?"
Eyebrow raise.
And like in terms of Drow aesthetics, he's quite handsome, and he's hitting on you. Like this is very much within Drow society. Like, you know, like they wouldn't call their women beautiful; they'd call them strong.
And she raises an eyebrow to show she is intrigued, and looks him over and just like, "Oh, Kiara."
And he puts out I don't know, I feel like
Oh, she probably puts her hand out for him first. As a sort of like it's probably like a cultural thing, like where you don't reach for women, they reach for you. So she probably puts her arm out to him to so as sort of like hi.
yes, to like allow that sort of contact. He says, "Oh, Colm, Aha, pleasure to meet you."
Likewise, I take it you know my friends.
Oh well, we met in Toril, had quite a scuffle there, and
I should like to hear all about it sometime.
Oh, it's a very long story. Would you like to talk about it over dinner?
And she's like, "Oh, I'm sure I could find someplace nice." She's like, "I'm sure we could find somewhere nice." It's actually very this is probably like to anyone else on the outside looking in. This is like rapid gunfire conversation. It's like they had this memorized. She's like, "Oh, I should like to think I could find we could find a fitting abode here." A fitting setting, that's what it is.
I turn towards...
Huh?
Sitting, yes. Okay.
I turn towards Luna and I'm like, they make it look so effortless.
I think it might also just be a Drow thing. Maybe they just train themselves. I don't know.
Maybe they know each other.
Yeah, and like he just begins to talk to you about logistics of the dinner, and so what goes on?
She offers time. He
Wait,
offers he offers cuisine, and then they agree where to meet. Right.
I agree.
Seafood, Red Lobster, 6 o'clock. Good.
Pretty much, yeah. Very efficient. And at this point, Liam has dismounted from the cart, and he comes over and he says, "Hi, I didn't expect to see you guys here, but I'm glad you made it."
Luna like goes right up to him and is like, actually, like pretty much like grabs him by the hand and is like, actually, we were about to go see a. And she's just like, for some reason, freezes because she's like, how much am I supposed to say? Is this supposed to be a surprise? Is this supposed to be like a controlled encounter? Yeah, screw it. Like, we're actually about to go see Deluxe. Do you want to come with us?
And he's like, well, make a persuasion check. He seems really nervous.
Can I like say a little prayer under my breath for guidance?
Sure.
Okay. It's like, hi guys, please help me.
He's distracted, like he's thinking about it, so you can get that off.
Yeah.
You see him be like, I don't know. He kind of fronts over it.
Nat 20, so that'd be plus.
Dang.
What's my stats? Just for funsies.
Okay. I mean, we'll just say it works. He's like, okay.
29.
Does he know I'm coming?
He doesn't. I haven't had a chance to ask him, but.
Okay. Does he like surprises? I don't like surprises.
Sometimes. It's our good ones, sometimes.
Okay.
Definitely not bad surprises, but no.
I just kind of like barge in. I'm just like, but you guys are family. He'll be overjoyed to see you, right? Right?
Yeah. He looks at you and is like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can meet him. Kind of like see him like psych himself out. Does he I don't know, does he like snacks or something?
Yeah, he likes snacks.
He goes and like
He-
like what would be like a drow snack? Rock candy?
Candied mushrooms.
Well,
Would that be good though? Like,
I mean, they're soft. They also taste great when they're crunchy. Actually, I used to have dehydrated mushrooms. They are delicious, but they're salty, but they're yummy.
okay, look,
They're crunchy.
Liam. Let's rehearse this. Let's do a little bit of like role play or something.
okay, yeah.
Alright. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be Liam or do you want to be Galak?
You see him be like, should I be Galak?
I'll be Galak. You be Liam.
Okay.
I cross my arms and I try to look really big.
Just finds a rock, stands on it. Wait, no, roots just sprout up from the ground and you're just 1 foot higher.
Yeah.
Is he that tall?
Yeah, he's pretty
I don't
tall.
know.
I'm glad he got high.
Yeah, I cross my arms and I like kind of like furrow my brows and I'm like, hey, I'm Galak. And I like turn towards like Luna and I'm like,
You see Neffy like kind of snort, and she's just like watching this from the sidelines. And then Lionel's like, I mean, it's a little thick, but. And Lionel's like, not Lionel. Liam says, okay, hello. I'm Liam.
Who are you?
I'm Liam.
Liam who?
It's just like,
I don't really have a last name. Slaves don't have last names.
What's your business here?
I thought I could establish trade and work case I have
Elliot,
reputation.
I'm not buying.
I didn't know he was using tanks.
This is worst case scenario. We'll go through like PC later.
This is one of those situations.
Get out of my work! Like Luna's like taking me away.
My asshole.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
No, this is one of those things. It's probably better to just wing it.
Now you know what it's like for worst case scenario. You're prepared.
Yeah.
And, so, and just, I mean, I don't know, all that fuel to the fire. You guys, you're outside, this is happening, and you see the best boys.
You did good.
The best boys come out of the nearby tavern, and you see Orator and Lucius and Aravan come out, and they're like, hey, what's going on? And then, like, Colm and Lucius look at each other, like, what are you doing here? And two of them start talking, and then Aravan looks...
My uncle knows him.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.